Hello, my name is Darren Miller and I work in the Office of College Access and Transition. Our office manages the College Credit Plus program for Youngstown State University. Today we'll be covering the steps for students interested in participating in College Credit Plus, or CCP as it's commonly called, with Youngstown State for the 2026-2027 school year. I will be providing you with information specific to Youngstown State's CCP program. I encourage you to review the state PowerPoint slides, our YSU CCP website, and brochure, as they will also be very helpful to you as you take the next steps towards admission into the Youngstown State College Credit Plus program. If you do not have a brochure, reach out to your school counselor or the CCP office. Once you have made the decision that this is a good fit, we then determine if you are eligible for CCP and are able to be admitted to Youngstown State. First, you must be eligible by showing college readiness in one or more areas, which we will cover in this presentation. If you are eligible, then you must apply for admission. If you are accepted, you must meet with a YSU academic advisor, complete any needed placement testing, and attend orientation, and your advisor will go over course options with you when you meet. It is important to note that just because a student is eligible for CCP does not mean that they will be admitted to the university unless they complete all the required steps. Additionally, if the student is admitted, it does not guarantee that they will be able to take any course they want. They will need to meet course placement requirements, which can be a test score or a certain course. So when we say eligibility does not mean admission, and admission does not mean course placement, this is what we are talking about. There are 3 different steps, which we will break down further in the oncoming slides. To qualify for CCP and YSU admission, here are the 3 pathways. To qualify for CCP and admission at Youngstown State, you must meet all the criteria in one of the 3 pathways below. You cannot mix and match. The first option is our test optional pathway. This is where a student would be required to have a 3.0 unweighted cumulative high school GPA and at least a 2.0 core unweighted GPA. The second option is test required. Under this option, students need a high school cumulative unweighted GPA of 2.0 and a high school core unweighted GPA of 2.0 and at least one of the following scores. In the ACT test, they would need an English 18, or Math 22, or Reading 22. With the SAT, a Writing Reading score of 480, or a Math score of 530. Or the AccuPlace Reading test with a score of 250 or better. Please note that all middle school students will use this option to qualify, no matter their GPA, and if they've taken one or more high school level classes. The final option is the CCP transfer pathway. This allows students who complete courses through another college, university, to be admitted with an unweighted overall high school GPA of 2.75 and a high school core unweighted GPA of 2.0 with an overall college GPA of 2.0. If you qualify via any of these pathways, you can be admitted to the program. If you cannot say yes to any of these pathways listed, then unfortunately, you will not be able to participate in YSU's CCP program for the 2026-2027 school year. The options are outlined in our brochure and on our website if you need to reference back to what GPA and scores are needed. If you will not be a senior for the 2026-2027 school year, you will have the opportunity to apply again next cycle if your GPA or scores improve. The core GPA might have thrown you off a little bit if you are not familiar with that term. First, let's look at an overall unweighted GPA. This number is calculated using the grades of all your classes. A core GPA, however, uses only the grades in math, English, science, social studies, and any foreign language classes you have taken. If for some reason you do not have a C or better in your core classes, please contact our office or discuss this with your school counselor before applying. It's important to note that GPAs are not rounded up. We will use middle school grades in any classes taken for high school credit to determine GPAs for any middle school student who may apply. Your next question may be, my student does not have an ACT or SAT score. How do we sign up for AccuPlacer? To sign up for AccuPlacer, first, check with your school to see if they are hosting a YSU AccuPlacer test session. If your school does not have a date scheduled, call the CCP office at 330-941-2447 or email ccp@ysu.edu. If you leave a voicemail, please allow up to 2 business days for a return phone call. Email is the preferred method of communication as it provides a paper trail of the request. Our staff will ask you a few questions and help you with the registration process. Testing dates are available now and are added on a rolling basis through the week before the deadline. You will receive your score as soon as the test is completed. The deadline to complete the test is as follows. Summer for all students must sign up by March 1st and complete their testing by March 12th. Fall, spring for non-public and homeschool students must sign up by March 13th and complete testing by March 20th. Fall for public schools, sign-up deadline is April 1st and complete testing by April 15th. Spring non-public and homeschool students sign-up is by October 1st, complete by October 15th. Spring for public schools must sign up by October 15th, complete by October 30th. We encourage you to call the office no later than 2 weeks before the sign-up deadline to sign up so that you have plenty of time to meet the completion deadline. The AccuPlacer does not formally admit you to the program, as students must meet the required GPAs, complete the online application, and all other program requirements. Once a student is admitted, they may need to complete placement testing in English and/or math to qualify for certain courses, such as writing, communications, math, and science. Please note that we are not allowed to share these scores with other colleges or universities. Therefore, we can only test students interested in attending YSU for CCP. If you are eligible, make sure you submit your letter of intent to your school, or state if you're a non-public homeschool student by April 1st for the entire school year. Or if you plan to only take classes in spring of 2027, you can complete the letter of intent by November 1st, 2026. You will also need to meet with your school counselor to discuss course choices and high school graduation requirements, including where to take classes, whether it be online, on campus, or at the high school if courses are offered, or even a mix of all 3. Finally, starting in January, you can complete the Youngstown State CCP application online. Both new and continuing students must complete an application. Many schools will host a Youngstown State CCP application day during school. If you miss it or it is not offered, you can submit it yourself online at the CCP YSU website. A complete application includes high school transcript, any ACT or SAT scores, a parent consent financial responsibility form, and if needed, a college campus education plan, and college transcripts from any CCP courses not completed at Youngstown State. If you plan to take the ACT or SAT, here are the last dates that we can consider scores for admission, along with the YSU CCP application deadlines. Pause the video to take a screenshot or write down the relevant information. Once you have submitted your completed application with all the required paperwork, we review it and make an admission decision. If you are accepted, an acceptance packet is mailed home. Your acceptance letter includes your YSU student ID number and instructions on how to activate your YSU email account. Please keep this letter in a safe place. All important information, including new student orientation, academic advisement, and course placement testing details, is sent only to your Youngstown State email account, so check it regularly. We can't stress this enough. The main reason why accepted CCP students do not enroll in classes is because they did not check their Youngstown State email and follow through on the next steps. Remember, admission does not guarantee course placement. Requirements vary by course. If you need to complete placement testing, we will notify you only to your Youngstown State email account. No matter where you choose to take your classes, you'll meet with a Youngstown State academic advisor each term. During this meeting, you'll discuss course options, schedule any necessary placement testing, and schedule a date to attend a new student orientation, continuing student session, or campus registration session. This ensures that you have everything you need to stay on track and make the most of your CCP experience at Youngstown State. If you're taking CCP classes only at your high school, you'll need to complete one CCP registration session each year. The CCP office will handle your registration for classes that you're eligible to take. For students taking classes on campus or fully online through YSU, it's important to keep an eye on your YSU email to schedule an advising appointment. Appointments open in March or April for summer courses, May, June, or July for fall courses, and October or November for spring courses. During these appointments, you'll set dates for orientation, continuing student sessions, or registration sessions depending on your term. Plan to meet with your advisor each term for guidance on campus or online classes. For students taking a mix of high school and campus online classes, you'll follow the same steps for your campus or online courses, registering independently. The CCP office will still register you for your high school-based CCP courses that you qualify for. This process helps to ensure a smooth experience with each step designed to keep you on track for your CCP goals. Placement requirements vary by course. For example, Writing 1 requires an ACT English subscore of 18. Literature does not. Math courses require an ALEKS placement test score unless a qualifying math ACT or SAT score is on file. Some science courses require ACT math scores or SAT math scores or a qualifying ALEKS math placement test score. The YSU course catalog will list course prerequisites for each course if any exist. The highest score will be used regardless of test date, so please make sure all scores are sent to the YSU CCP office. Students not meeting course placement requirements through ACT or SAT scores will need to complete a Youngstown State course placement test to try and qualify for certain courses. If you need to complete placement tests, we encourage you to complete them as early as possible. Placement testing information is sent to students' YSU email, which should be checked regularly. If you plan to take classes summer term, priority testing deadline is April 15th. For fall, on campus or online, priority testing deadline is June 27th. For fall classes at your high school, the priority deadline for testing is June 22nd, and the spring priority testing deadline for placement testing is October 22nd. If you don't complete your course placement testing by the priority deadline, we cannot guarantee classes will still be opened. As a CCP student at Youngstown State University, there are a few important things to keep in mind. First, high school and college calendars don't always align. Students will have to manage two different calendars as the dates may not match. A big one for many students are snow days. While your school may be closed for snow, YSU most likely is not. If you are taking a campus or online class, you will still be expected to show up and complete your assignments. At YSU, students under the age of 14 will need a parent or guardian to accompany them to campus for classes. You don't need to sit in the classroom, but you do need to be close by to escort your student. It's also essential to review your course syllabus early. Be sure to decide whether you'll stay in the course before the 100% refund deadline, as withdrawing afterward could mean your family owes the district or state for tuition and books already paid on your behalf. If you are taking classes on campus, parking is an out-of-pocket cost not payable by CCP. The current cost of parking is $115 each fall and spring term, $58 for summer. As a CCP student at YSU, you'll receive some great benefits, including free tickets to any home athletic events, access to the campus recreation center for $70 per term if you're enrolled in classes the semester you wish to use it, and also are 16 or older and have a signed waiver. Possible early registration as an incoming student, and plus you'll have the chance to participate in YSU CCP Honors Program for enhanced academic, scholarship, and leadership opportunities. To be eligible for the CCP Honors Program, students need a 3.5 high school GPA along with either an ACT composite score of 26 or higher or an SAT combined score of 1260 or higher. Once admitted, students can take part in optional service projects, which is a fantastic way to strengthen their high school credentials and get more involved. Honor courses are available through this program and can help students meet college honor program requirements early. In addition, students in the program have the chance to develop leadership skills by joining the CCP Honors Leadership Council. Through the CCP Honors Leadership Council, students gain hands-on leadership experience. This opportunity not only builds important skills, but also gives students a chance to connect with other motivated peers, fostering a sense of community and collaboration. As a Youngstown State College Credit Plus student, you do not need to reapply to continue your education after high school. You will automatically be admitted and do not need to pay an application fee. To qualify, students need to complete one or more Youngstown State courses by the end of their junior year in high school and have an overall unweighted high school GPA of 3.0 and have an overall YSU GPA of 2.0. Students will receive the opportunity for priority orientation and registration as an incoming student the spring of their senior year before current students register for summer and fall classes. Students automatically qualify for the Freshman Scholarship of Excellence with a minimum award of $1,000. This yearly scholarship can be increased based on your high school GPA and ACT/SAT scores. Qualifying students are notified by the Office of Undergraduate Admissions in the fall of their senior year. I know this is a lot of information, and you'll need some time to decide if this path is right for you. Take the time to review the YSU CCP brochure and the website at www.ysu.edu/CCP. These resources provide detailed information on the program's requirements, benefits, and expectations, helping you understand exactly what CCP at YSU has to offer. We recommend you view the state's PowerPoint presentation for other program information to consider and discuss all the benefits and possible consequences of enrolling in CCP. It's a wonderful opportunity, but it's essential to weigh it out carefully so that you're fully aware of what's involved. Sign up for eligibility and admission testing by the stated deadlines. These tests help you confirm your readiness and ensure you meet the entry requirements for the program. If you decide to proceed, you'll need to submit a letter of intent by April 1st, 2026 to your school or the state if you're a non-public or homeschool student to be eligible for the full school year. November 1st if you're going to do spring 2027 only. This step confirms your intent and allows you to take the next steps to participate in CCP. Apply and submit a complete application to Youngstown State CCP by the appropriate deadline. Make sure your application is thorough and on time to avoid any delays in the process. A special note for non-public and homeschool families, you'll need your acceptance letter from YSU to submit your letter of intent to the state. Please plan ahead and submit your application by the deadline. After receiving your acceptance, it's time to activate your YSU email and check it regularly. This email account is where all official communication will be sent, so staying up to date will be crucial. Be sure to keep your YSU CCP acceptance packet for future reference. It contains essential information and next steps that you'll need to complete your setup. Complete any required course placement testing by the deadlines to ensure you're able to enroll in the right courses for your skill level and academic goals. Finally, to wrap up your onboarding, complete the required advisement and orientation sessions. These sessions will guide you through the next steps, connect you with resources, and give you the support you need to start strong. By following these steps, you'll be well prepared to begin your journey in the Youngstown State College Credit Plus program. We're excited to support you along the way. We appreciate your time and interest in the Youngstown State College Credit Plus program. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can contact us at ccp@ysu.edu or give us a call at 330-941-2447. We'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. And remember, once a penguin, always a penguin.